and you're watching Learn and Explore on Lava Puma Network, brought to you by BYRON'S Games. Today we have Mr. Burr, who is going to show us a bit about speed stacking.
Hi children, my name is Mr. Burr and I'm the Vice Principal at the British School of Chicago Lincoln Park, and I'm here today to talk to you about the wonderful sport of speed stacking.
So when did you start speed stacking?
Well, it was a long time ago, back in 2009, when I was principal of a school in England. That's when I was first introduced to speed stacking. And there was a local high school, and they came to talk to my children about sport stacking, and they invited some of their older children to come and demonstrate. And from that point on, I was addicted, and so were the children.
So they all started to do speed stacking?
That's when they started, but to be honest with you, Byron, it actually only got bigger as I came to Chicago, because in the United Kingdom, where I was teaching, we didn't have as many competitions as we have over in America, and it is a very, very popular sport in the United States of America.
So what is your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is tennis, because I used to play a lot of tennis, and I also like a sport called Aussie rules football, because where I grew up we played that as a student and as a child, and that was my favourite sport to watch as well. But tennis is my number one.
How fast can you do the different types of speed stacking?
Speed stacking, well, not as fast as the experts, and now not as fast as some of the children, probably you as well, Byron, but I can do the 3-3-3 in, my record was just under 3 seconds, but when I practiced this morning it was still only 4 seconds, so I've got to keep practicing.
And then how about the 3-6-3?
3-6-3, I think my record is just under 6 seconds. And the cycle, that's the one I struggle with, but my best was 15 seconds, but I sometimes fluctuate between 15 to 20, depending on how fast my hands move.
Are you ready to learn a little bit about speed stacking?
Great. Well, speed stacking is all about using these specially designed cups to stack in certain ways.
What equipment do you need to stack?
Well, you don't need much at all, Byron. You need to have a set of stack cups. You need a stack mat and a timer. Stack mat and timer. That's all you need to learn how to stack. And these are all available through the World Sport Stacking Association website. So anyone that needs WSSA, that's the place to go. These cups here are the Pro Series cups. So you can see they have a hole at the top. And your cups,
Mine have small and then 3.
so these are good cups here to learn to stack with to start with. These cups here, as you get it faster, these are the Pro Series. So when you go to competitions and tournaments, lots of children have these cups here. Apparently, they're supposed to make you go faster, but I'm still practicing. So the first set we're going to teach you today is called the 3-3-3, because there are 3 different types of stacks in part of a speed stacking competition. There's the 3-3-3,
the 3-6-3,
and the hardest of all is the cycle. For the 3-3-3, we only need to use 9 cups. 3, 6, 9. The way we do the 3-3-3, we start at one side and we make a pyramid. Second one, and our third stack, then you must go back to the beginning and then you down stack. Shall we give it a go?
Yep.
Ready? Go. That was quick, Byron. What was your score?
3.85.
4.15.
The second stack in a competition is the 3-6-3. You need 3, this time 6, 3.
And the trick to the 3-6-3, when you stack the 6, is to remember the sequence 3, 2, 1. You pick up 3, you pick up 2, you leave 1 behind, then you stack them up. That's the top tip for the 3-6-3. Shall we give it a try? Ready, go.
6.857.
6.37. Do you know the world record?
What is it?
1.8 seconds.
What?
1.8 seconds. So we need to get those hands moving faster. Should we try again?
Yep.
Ready? Go.
5.46 up.
5.68. Well, the cycle, children, is the hardest one to learn because it involves stacking in a 1-10-1 combination. So we go through it really slowly. This is the last bit.
That's the last part.
Instead of having the 3-2-1, we've got to pick up
4, 5.
5 and we leave 4. Drop, drop, drop. And the hardest bit of all is our down sequence.
You go like that.
You've got to finish with a 3-6-3. So we start with a 3-6-3.
Then you do a one-hand transition. So stop. You go like that, and then you bring them over.
And we make the 6, which we've already learnt from the 3-6-3.
6. Remember 3-2-1 method. You use these cups to downstack this. And do the 1-10-1. 5, 4. Yeah, that's now.
It's always easy to do it. It's harder to do it in slow motion. Should we do it fast?
Yeah.
Because I think you've already got all the top tips. You're a great teacher already, Byron.
Now the cycle, the hardest one.
Ready? Go.
Oh, 17.631.
18.1. Beat me again, Byron. Fantastic.
What would your advice be to kids that want to learn something new?
Well, like anything, any sports that you learn, you need to really start by practicing as often as possible. Trying not to compete against your friends, but trying to get your personal best time. Now, when I was young, when I used to swim, I tried to beat my personal bests. With speed stacking, I try to beat my personal bests. And people at the school that have been practicing for 2 years now have got quicker and quicker and quicker because they practice all the time. So it's all about practicing, practicing till your fingers start to work in the order to make you the most successful and the quickest stacker you can be.
So you've been to lots of places around the world. What would you say would be one of your favorite places?
Well, my favourite all-time place is my home, which is in Melbourne, Australia. And I left there in 1995 to have a holiday in England, and I stayed in England for 22 years. And then I moved to Chicago for 2 years. So Melbourne's my favourite city, and that's because all of my family are there. But my favourite place to visit, favourite country is Thailand, because I love being surrounded by water and I love hot temperatures as well. So Thailand's probably one of my favourite places to visit.
If you could go back in time, what one piece of advice would you give yourself as a kid?
Let me see. I think when I was at school, when I was your age, we didn't have any languages to learn. But when I went to high school, I learnt a language. And the language I learnt was Italian. And I had lots of friends in my class who were Italian. And they were a lot better than me. So you know what I did? I gave up a bit. I gave up and thought, oh, I'm not good at this, I'm going to stop. And now I wish that I had have actually persevered and stuck at learning a language, because I love travelling. I think learning a language opens up the world to you. So I know I'm not too late to learn. I might keep practicing, but learning a language I would never have given up on if I was a child again.
What was one of your most favourite memories?
When I was a teacher, I always liked to see children learn something new and then develop that and get even better, and then years later finding out about their successes. And there was one, the girl that I taught for PE, and she struggled a bit with running, and she kept practicing and practicing and practicing and became a really good cross-country runner, so running around trees and in through water. And about 10 years later, she emailed me and told me that she'd made the county championships for cross-country because she never stopped giving up. So I like success stories when children come back years later and tell me about things that they've been really successful at because they've persevered and tried.
What do you do to get through hard situations?
Well, I try to think positively and stay positive. I like a challenge, and when I find things are a little bit too difficult, I stay positive. I look for friends for help and support, but I always think of the positive way forward.
Thank you for being on my show.
Well, Byron, thank you for inviting me. And I hope, children, you all start to become great speed stackers as well, because I think I'm going to need to go home now and practice and practice and practice again. Thanks for having me, Byron. Should we do a high five to finish?
Yeah. Thanks for watching Learn and Explore on Lava Puma Network. I'll see you next time. Bye. If you've been watching my show from the hospital, I hope you get better. Keep your chin up. I actually do speak Italian.
Ciao, come stai?
Veneto.
Grazie. I don't even know what I said there, but I think I said how are you, did I? And this time, I'm going to try to beat my personal best. How about you?
Maybe.
Let's give it a shot. Ready?